Welcome, enjoying your blended family for a fun Friday of travel. Today is a travel day.
Yeah, it's a travel day, and we're here just with you, enjoying this time.
So we're going to take you on a little journey today at how you can visit many countries without even leaving your home. Intrigued?
I was.
Yeah.
All right, so you may be like, okay, what are you talking about, Randall? How are we going to travel to different countries without even leaving our home? And he's being for real.
I am being legit.
We just experienced this. We actually got to go to Brazil.
We went to Brazil
and we
didn't leave the living room.
No, well, we were in the kitchen for a while.
True.
While we were making some food and stuff.
Leave the house.
Yes, we didn't leave the house. We stayed home. But this is one of these things that it's like most people, you don't even know it's out there or it exists. But there's these things called date night boxes. And we've talked about some in the past. And we found this one on Instagram. And it's called Travel Date Nights.
I mean, how cool is it to experience another culture? Maybe you've never been that type of person. Maybe you've never experienced outside of kind of your own thing, but there is so much beauty in other countries and just the cultures that they do and the foods that they eat and just the surroundings and the countrysides. I mean, there's just so much out there to see, and it's like, man, how can we see it all? You know, and just I don't even know where to start. And that's kind of the cool thing about this is you get a little bit of the culture from different countries without even having to leave your house. So you get a little taste. They bring it to you in a box to your doorstep. And this is something that I know for us, we added as a date night to where it just kind of spices up our little day. It does something outside of the normal, outside of just sitting back watching Netflix or going to a movie or, you know, just some of the normal things we can do. We always talk about spicing up your dates because whenever you experience new things, you draw closer together. And that's fun whenever you get to do that.
Yeah, and this really was one of those. We didn't really know what to expect. You know, we saw that they're going to send a different country and they have a different theme. And so we were going to get to experience Brazil. So we get this box and it's just so exciting to unravel it and see the stuff inside at first. And you're like, like, how's this really? That's what's interesting to me when I open up these date night boxes. I'm like, how is this going to be an interesting date night?
Yeah. Okay. So this one says Brazil. We're going to Brazil. How does that work? How do you go see another country or experience a country whenever you're not even leaving your house? And so, it was very intriguing.
Yeah. And it all fits inside of a box.
Yeah. And it's like how? I don't get it. But the cool thing about travel date nights and, one thing, just disclaimer, we are not affiliates with them. So, you know, we're not making any money here. We experienced their product and just kind of bringing it to you, giving a review saying, hey, you know, we tried this and it was really cool. You know, we'd like to start maybe doing a few more of these because it was really interesting. But just kind of looking at who they are, they have a saying, they say, discover the world together from the comfort of your house. And I'm like, what? And then their big saying is a couple who play together, stay together.
And that is like our motto.
Yeah.
Like, we love like just making memorable events in our family, having fun, laughter, enjoyment. Yeah. And this is one of the things that their heart is too. So we love when we find like another couple, another group that is doing things that is aligned so clearly with that. Because we truly believe when you start having more fun, you start to enjoy each other more, then you start to see less issues. It's not that they go away, but your focus is on the positive and not on the negative.
That's right. We only have so much time in the day, and if we're filling it more with fun things, then that's less problems that we're facing within that day. But the thing is kind of like Proverbs 17:22 says, you know, a joyful, cheerful heart is healing to both body and soul. And so, you know, it's whenever we're creating more fun opportunities together, it's healing, it's healthy, it's good for your family. And laughter really is medicine for that soul. And to be able just to come together and share that with your loved ones, you know, that's bonus. You know, I mean, that's just a bonus thing. But this really was. So kind of talking about it. We open this box to Brazil. I mean, Brazil in a box, okay? If you can even
But even
that.
the box is fun. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they put some time even just on the outside of the box. Like, you're getting it from Brazil is what it feels like.
They did. You get excited whenever you get it. You're like, ooh, what is this? So we get the box and we open it up, and there's just quite a few little things in there. And there's kind of like this brochure in a way. You get like a brochure explaining a few things, and it's catered to that country. So if you're on the YouTube, you know, we got like this Brazil one, and it's just got a beautiful picture of Brazil. Like, I'm looking at it going, oh, I want to go there.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is really cool. So just seeing that alone, and then you start opening it, and it's like ready to explore. And I'm like, yes, sign me
Take
up.
us there.
And then welcome to Brazil. And then it just starts giving you like key facts about Brazil. Like, what are some, like, just Brazil, just to give you an example, the Amazon River is the world's largest. It discharges enough water to fill the world's deepest lake every 4 years. During the wet season, the river is up to 30 miles wide. And I mean, this is like in Brazil, y'all. I'm like, mind blown.
Well, I didn't even know that the Amazon was basically mostly only Brazil, right? What did we learn? It's like South America, so it's like part Brazil.
Oh,
and part...
yeah. Brazil is like a big majority.
I thought the Amazon was just like all over the world. so I didn't listen really well in
this
geography
is one who
class.
doesn't know, you know, where she's going, like to Houston. It's like, where am I going again? Is that north, south, east?
Yeah, I'm lucky not to get lost in my own town.
She doesn't know geography really well. I'm the type, I love studying maps. I will pull up maps on my phone just in my spare time and look around. I mean, I'm that type of map nerd.
He does. We were doing some travel business stuff for a while, and he was like, not into the business side of it. He was into just exploring all the different places you could go, and he would spend hours in these courses learning about all the places around the world. And I'm like, okay.
I do. I love traveling. I love exploring. There's so much out there. Whenever we step outside of our little circle, you know, there's so much, and there's so much beauty in every culture. And there's so much diversity.
Well, and that's what's so neat about these travel date nights. And again, we've only done one. This is our first experience. But in this process, for one, I mean, you can either just learn about other countries without actually going to them, and you get to see it and experience it in a way without actually going to it. But also, if you were planning on going, it gives you a little taste of what it's like, so you know a little bit more in their culture before you head that way. Maybe it helps you make a decision. You're planning a vacation, you don't know where to go, and you have one of these dates, and it opens up like, wow, yes, I want to go there.
When especially kind of in the height of all the COVID, I know a lot of that's kind of tapering down now, and travel is opening. But this is just a fun experience that you can do, you know, besides your regular vacation, right? Your vacations, if you know, we're a big encourager of, you know, take your family on a vacation once a year, you know, budget depending, you know, on how far you go away from the house. But, you know, being able to do that, this is something even outside of that to where you can experience different things to help say, you know, I'd like to learn more here, or I'd like to go see maybe this. And it's something that you can do as a couple, as a date night for you and your spouse, or this could be a fun family thing too, to where, you know, you're bringing in the family. Because really what they do, right, is they give you information on the country, and then they give you recipes of like their own home cooking, y'all. I mean, they give you how to make this, and you get to choose, you get to pick, and you're like, oh, what is that? You know, you're looking at the ingredients like, where do I even get that? Like,
I'm like staring at Randall talking about this because this did not involve him at all.
But I did look at all the recipes.
He did. Oh, so I did want to say, like, when you first get it, there's a little bit like of excitement and preparation. And they tell you, this one of the things from the travel date night boxes that I love is they give you a piece of paper, and it's like a little, like a passport-ish type thing, but it has a blank on there. And if you've heard Randall and I talk at all about date nights, like how important it is to put a date down and put it on the calendar. So they give you this paper to, like, as you're unfolding everything and like looking at it, pick a date, write it in on there, and then hang it on your refrigerator so you're looking forward to it. Read some of the stuff with anticipation and excitement. So that's sort of what we were doing before. We were going to do it one week, and I realized it was, or maybe even the day before or something, I realized that I couldn't find the food. On one of them, like there was one recipe that's like the signature meal for Brazil, and in our little town, I couldn't find the certain meat that I needed. So I had to get a little flexible with that. But the other recipes in there were just spot on. So I can't attest to the main one that was made. We ended up finding something different. But man, you want to tell them about the cheese? I call them cheese balls.
Okay. Let me tell you, we discovered a new love. Okay. Mm-hmm. So within that, it gives you a meal that you can do. And as Scarlett was saying, we kind of had to do a little more research on things outside of that. But it also gives you like appetizers and dessert. And these are just some of the hit things in their culture.
And drink ideas. I didn't end up doing that one either. But.
Yeah, and so you get all these different varieties, and you can pick and choose. You can do them all. Whatever floats your boat on that. It stirs up creativity within you to where maybe you can do some outside research and just really add to what they have laid out for you. But they had paio de queijo. Now I'm probably butchering that.
I was trying to remember. How do we say it?
Paio de queijo. Paio de queijo. That's what we're going with. Paio de queijo.
Yeah.
And if there's any Brazilians out there that want to comment, I apologize. That I'm trying. I'm trying. But what I do want to say on these is they were like little cheese balls of heaven. Like they would melt in your mouth. Not in your hands is what was going on. Melt in your mouth, not in your hands. But they come out of the oven and it's like these little cheese puffs that whenever you bite into it, it's just so warm and so chewy, and just the taste. It's like your taste buds are exploding in your mouth, just like of this goodness. And I had like 5 of them that night.
Now, this is a lot. Like for the way he's describing it, like that would just be one thing if you were like a bread lover. But Randall doesn't even really like bread.
I'm not a bread person.
And he loved these. They were so amazing. So just trying that recipe. And that's what I loved about it is they were simple enough. I mean, I was doing all of the stuff at once. Randall ended up finishing up the yard and coming in and helping me out. So that was like a huge blessing there. That's something that we were able to do together. Rolling up the balls and stuff, but they weren't too hard to make as far as making something from scratch. So like when I make something from scratch, I get 15 gold stars because I'm more of let's get a box and mix the ingredients and call it done. And I think the weirdest part of the recipe or ingredient was tapioca flour.
Yeah, tapioca flour.
But even that, I mean, they had it at our at H-E-B. Store, yeah. They had it there, and it was not even that expensive because sometimes when you get those more out there ingredients are a little more expensive.
You don't get, yeah.
And I mean, I'm glad that we got a whole bag of it because we will be making these on a regular basis. Our kids didn't get to test them out. Nobody was home that weekend.
And we hoarded those.
Yes.
We didn't even save any for them to try. It's like, no. This is ours.
We should probably get off of the cheese ball topic and move on.
Okay, we're going to move on that. I'm just saying, from the Brazil thing, kudos to Brazil for creating these paio de queijos because, golly.
They're so good.
Oh, man. Okay.
We'll do a whole episode just on those.
Enough on that because I'm getting really
But
hungry.
there was also these little dessert chocolate balls that we made that was just like
Brigadeiros?
Brigadeiros. We were listening to it before we came on.
Yeah. Thank you, Google Translation. Brigadeiros.
And those,
I'm still probably butchering that.
Those were only a few ingredients, and it was all stuff that I had here at the house. I think I bought the chocolate sprinkles because you roll them in sprinkles. It was so simple. We didn't even have to bake them, which I was shocked. It was like a no-bake thing. It was good. Dinner was delicious. I mean, all of it was so good. But I think maybe my favorite part...
Hey, we'll be back momentarily. Check out this announcement.
Hey B-Fam, if you're looking for some fun, out-of-the-box date night ideas, you've got to check out the Adventure Challenge. They have books for couples, family, friends, and even solo adventures. So get one for you and your family, or they make a great gift idea.
Yeah, we really enjoy their products and just all the out-of-the-box things. So we decided to become affiliates with them just to share their products with you. We have an affiliate link that you can use below. So at checkout, use the promo code ENJOYTHEMOMENT for 10% off of your total purchase. This is just another way for you to be able to enjoy the moment. So back to our episode.
Was the history.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. So really what we did was we took it and we cooked the food. And then the cool thing about kind of the pamphlet that they give, they also give you like little passports and everything. And so, you feel like you're legit kind of traveling at home, like, I got a passport, And so, we kind of cooked the food together and everything. And then we sat down to eat. And the cool thing with this brochure is that they give you like QR codes. And it shows you different resources that you can watch to see more about Brazil, to see more about that country, how to plan a trip to Brazil, and these different, like there's 5-6 QR codes within here. So we're eating a meal with a TV and watching just the history of Brazil. We're watching the culture, we're watching the places, and eating their food, and just really engulfed into this.
There was like hours worth, and we probably could have sat there for hours. I know we probably sat there at least for 1 hour just watching and eating and just engrossed. They had this one guy on there.
This one YouTuber. Oh,
so I mean, they make these YouTube playlists. So I just like scanned the QR code with my phone, and then I was able to project that to our smart TV, so it was showing there. And they've done all the hard work for you, right? They've put it all together in one place where they're just playing right back to back to back. And again, it's hours worth of stuff. But we found this one guy that they had on there that we fell in love with him. He was just hilarious. It had Randall and I just like rolling, laughing. Paul B, right?
Paul B, yeah.
They call him Barbie.
Barbie, yeah, Barbie. So funny.
I think World Geo is what the...
But yeah, he was so interesting in just kind of, he goes to different countries and kind of just gives a report on that country and kind of the history, the, makeup, the culture. We were just like so engaged. The way he does it is very engaging and entertaining. So yeah, we did. We just sat there and laughed and watched and learned and just really got a good taste of Brazil.
Yeah, and we met a new friend. I mean, he doesn't know us.
He doesn't know us. And,
we follow him on Instagram now.
So, that was just really cool. And so all this, they give you, like, if you want to go to Brazil, they give you travel ideas.
Oh, yeah,
They give you tips on if you're going there. And so really it's just like a whole overview of that country.
Oh, and we forgot the playlist. They have like a music playlist, Spotify playlist. So
are we going to tell them about the dancing?
Oh, okay. Well, back up first. They had a music playlist that we listened to while we were cooking dinner. So just enjoying that like background. And some of it had just like information and facts on there about Brazil as well that we were listening to. And then we ate dinner. We watched these videos. And the one thing I didn't tell Randall, but I knew it was coming, but I didn't want him to quite know it was coming because he had been working in the yard all day. And I knew it was like, you want one of those dates that you can just like chill sometimes. But we had the travel date night planned and we were excited about it, but we were also very worn out. So I was like, well, I'm going to get him pumped by this, the music and the food and the history, and it was super chill. But I'm gonna say for the very end it was gonna teach you how to do, was it the samba or the rumba?
The samba.
Samba.
I think it's samba. Yeah.
The samba, and it's like an instructional video of this guy like standing, beautiful background, of course.
It's on YouTube, and so yeah, we eat and everything. We watch all the history, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, kind of time to dance." I was like, "Wait, what?" And so we put it on this instructional video, and I was kind of getting into it, actually. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You go back, and then you come forward, and then you do the side and the side. If you're on YouTube, you're seeing me kind of doing my hands and everything. I mean, we were getting it. If you gave me like another hour on that, we'd be like Samba pros.
We would have been, well, and in my head, when I envisioned like planning this date, our whole house was going to turn into Brazil, and I was going to, turn into different things. So we were going to have our kitchen where we were going to eat, and I was going to make it a nice romantic setup. And then we were going to go in the living room and watch it on the TV. Then we were going to go upstairs where we have like wooden floor so that we could like dance on the wooden floor, and it would be like we were at a nightclub or something. This was all my like
dancing on the wooden floor.
Is that a song?
No, I'm saying it should be.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'm wondering when you were going to break out in a musical number. But in my head, I had vision, and you could, like, you get this date night box. You could do that. We didn't have any kids here at the house. They were one was out of town, one was just off for the weekend. And so we had the whole house to ourselves, and I wanted to turn it into that. That was my grand plan. But we had a long day. So I shrunk it down to what fit our needs, and it was perfect.
Oh, it was great. In the living room, TV on, just ate a good meal, ate 5 cheese balls, pollo de quijos, and man, it's like, let's do this. Let's do the samba. Let's learn.
And they had some stuff inside the box as well, like snacks from Brazil.
Brazilian snacks.
We were so full, though. There was we could barely even eat the dessert. We were just so full. And then dancing on top of that.
Pollo de quijos.
And so we had the snacks, and we were headed out of town actually to do what are you?
Sorry.
A blended family conference the next day. And so we were going to be gone all day. So I just packed our Brazilian snacks. So when we were on the road, we pulled them out and we were taste testing all of the snacks. My favorite one, which I took a picture of it. I'll have to share on our Instagram. But there were these little what's the thing I was comparing them to?
It was like the Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, I can't ever say that.
Yeah, the
Ferrero Rocher. But it was white chocolate on the outside and like this brownie chocolate cake on the inside.
White and dark chocolate.
Oh, it was so delicious. There were only 2 of them, and I tasted it. It was so good that I was like, do I just eat it and not let him know about it?
Do y'all hear that?
Or do I let him
experience
this? I went with the latter. I let you taste it.
You did.
I wanted you to experience
even for that to be a debate was...
Hey, I take my chocolate very serious. There was like a banana chocolate that was interesting, and these little Cheerio things that had like a barbecue flavor. So it was cool just to get a little taste of like
it was. And
Brazil.
Going back to the playlist, that's one thing that we had kind of discovered not long ago. Like I was cooking, and maybe you've never thought of this before, but I always get stuck in kind of the same music that we always do, the same genre and everything. But whenever I was cooking like one meal one night, and it was an Italian meal, and I was like, you know what? Hey, Spotify, play this. No, I didn't say that because Spotify it's not our Alexa. But
she's in here.
Put on some Italian music while I was cooking, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. And so whenever we got this box and it had a playlist for Brazilian music, I'm like, that is cool, and it was like it just made you want to dance, I mean, it was kind of that. So yeah, just even that, being able to put on playlists of other countries while you're doing things, that's kind of cool too. But yeah, fun stuff. But this was so cool. We experienced Brazil. It was amazing. But this place, Travel Date Nights, they have it to where you can do memberships if you want. We were kind of looking at that to where what you do is you'll get one of these boxes every other month. So and it's like different countries, but it's got all the fun activities. It's got the snacks in there. It's got the interactive excursions, all the travel memorabilia. So, all this is on their website as well, but it gives you ideas on dishes, what to cook, what to watch, travel tips. So you really do. You experience another country from your house.
Yeah, I mean, it really is amazing. And then the possibilities or that anticipation of like once you do get the subscription and you're waiting for your box to show up and what country is it going to be. And I love that they do it every other month. So it's not like overwhelming that pressure. 'Cause we know, like we encourage you guys, and ourselves to date every week, but we don't do like big dates every week. We don't, try to just even money or getting out of the house and all that kind of stuff. We want to come together and have time together, but we don't want it to be like a chore, because sometimes date nights can feel like a chore. So I love that they do it every other month. So you're still getting that newness and that excitement, but you don't feel that pressure of like trying to squeeze stuff in.
Yeah, no doubt. And another cool thing about them is they have a Facebook as well. It's like a Facebook community to where now it's like all the at-home travelers can come together and talk about it and stuff like that. So really cool idea. We love the product. We love the date. It is something that you can add to your date nights and just kind of throw in the mix of things. So if you're interested, check them out. They are travel date nights. You can find them on Instagram, website, things like that. But yeah, no, it's really fun. We enjoyed the experience. We will be visiting another country, I'm sure, soon. Yes. So yeah, good stuff. Travel date nights. Go experience another country and stay in your slippers. You don't even have to take them off.
I don't even think I had shoes on.
Yeah, well, you don't even have to wear shoes. I just, I just threw that one out there.
Oh, and that's the last thing that we didn't mention. But because it was a long day and we were kind of tired, but we went through the motions of getting ready as if we were going out anyways. Yeah. So like when I was picking out my outfit, like I tried to find something. I mean, I Pinterest and I put in Brazilian outfit and it's kind of flowery and colorful. So I found something that was just like in my closet that I could wear just to spice it up. And then Randall did the same. He came in, got all cleaned up and dressed up, even though we weren't leaving.
Shirt or that shirt?
Yes.
Shirt.
We weren't even leaving the house, but going through the motions, and that alone in itself gets you pumped up and excited. So when he came out dressed nice too, and we're standing again, we were in the kitchen, and he came in and
showered and cleaned up. I was smelling good.
He smelled good. Mm-hmm. And we were able to just stand around in the kitchen and finish making this food. And it was quality time together in that way too. And then all the rest of the stuff. So it's just good stuff.
Really fun. So good stuff. Travel date nights. Go experience another country and not even leave your home. So awesome, guys.
Heck
Listen,
yeah.
We love you. We will see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us for another fun Friday here at Enjoying Your Blended Family. All the links we talked about today are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed listening, be sure to subscribe because it's free and it lets you know when we have another episode out for you to listen to.
And if you don't mind helping us out so we can start reaching more people, leave us a rating and review. You never know when we'll give you a shout out. Until next time, have fun being intentional and remember to enjoy the moment.